Sonic is an everlasting franchise that is still pushing out games to this very day, seemingly hitting its peak in terms of popularity and sales recently, with the Sonic movies grossing $1 billion across the 3 movies and the success of the recent games including Sonic Frontiers, Sonic X Shattered Generations, and Sonic Racing Crossroads. And with Sonic celebrating his 35th anniversary, me and my friend JackSonic have both come up with how we could celebrate Sonic's legacy.
Two well-known Mario games are Mario 2D and 3D All-Stars. 2D having Mario 1, 2, 3, Lost Levels, and also coming with Mario World with a specific version, and 3D having Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. So today, we're going to make some concepts for possible Sonic 3D collections, because believe me, we have enough 2D ones already.
We definitely do have a lot of 2D Sonic collections, and to see a 3D Sonic collection could be a breath of fresh air. Now, Sonic has a lot of 3D games to choose from, whether it be the beloved Sonic Unleashed or the infamous Sonic 06. Sonic really does have a lot, and the best games to celebrate his legacy would definitely be ones that I would see having honored Sonic in some way that makes the game unique. So straight off, I'm removing games like Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic 06, and Sonic Boom Rise Lyrics, as these games do the opposite of honoring Sonic, instead poop on this name and stain his legacy. We are not making that mistake anymore. And games like Sonic X Shattered Generations, as those are legacy games. Look, they're great, but they're legacy games. So with that, we have narrowed down the list of 3D Sonic games. Some other games we can remove are Sonic Lost World and Sonic Forces, as those are quite poorly received games that don't necessarily tarnish Sonic's reputation, but don't live up to the hype that we'd want. And finally, the storybook games, because no one really cares about them. But now we have tremendously narrowed down this list of games, and before we get to those, we have to come up with a title for this game. What do you say, JackSonic?
In the past, the names haven't been too related to the collection. Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which first came to mind because I own it, is definitely a collection, but not really specifying what they are, not even that it's 2D games. Whereas with Mario, it usually is very simple, either being 2D or 3D All-Stars. We did get the recently released Sonic Origins, which, as you'd expect, has the origins of Sonic, being the first 4 main games, and then getting a paid DLC, which adds a bunch more 8-bit titles, such as Sonic 1 8-bit and Sonic Chaos. I think a good name would depend on what games are in the collection, but a good broad name would have to be something like Modern Sonic Adventures, which could work but also implies it's a collection of the adventure games, being SA1, 2, and 2.5. Also known as Sonic Heroes. I think for simplicity's sake, to make it obvious what's included, it should just be called Sonic 3D Compilation or Sonic 3D Gems Collection, like the original Sonic Gems Collection. I'm never the best at naming things, which you'd know if you see my video about possible next Sega consoles, so I'll let you take it away with a better idea, Swan, if you can think of one at least.
Me personally, I've never been a good person at giving game titles, so for the simplicity, let's just call it Sonic 3D Classics. And now for the list of games, we have Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Frontiers. And based on my personal opinion, the first game I would remove is Sonic Frontiers, because Sonic Frontiers is such a large-scale game to me, and due to its recency, it doesn't seem like a game that would be added to Sonic 3D Classics. Now, Sonic Adventure is guaranteed to be in this collection because it's the first proper 3D Sonic game. Yeah, Sonic 3D Blast, just get out of here, bro, no one likes you. The next game I would add is Sonic Heroes, and I choose Sonic Heroes because this game implements something different that can be contributed towards Sonic 3D Classics, as this was the when Sonic was still in its grassroots, and also honors Sonic by introducing the chaotics and the 3-character dynamic that genuinely works so well in my opinion if you use it up to the max. And especially if this game could be refined in 1080p visuals and 16:9 aspect ratio, then that would be amazing. And the final game to add would be Sonic Unleashed. And yes, I know Sonic Unleashed is a pretty large-scale game as well, but if a game like Sonic Colors were to be added in substitution to Unleashed, then fans wouldn't like that now, would they? Sonic Unleashed also introduced the iconic boost formula, showing another stepstone in 3D Sonic, and arguably some of the best boost levels in Sonic history, with Shattered Generations levels coming close to them. Now, I know Sonic Adventure 2 isn't here, and a similar situation to how Mario Galaxy 2 wasn't involved in Mario 3D All-Stars, and honestly in this parallel, it somewhat makes sense as it is 3D All-Stars, so 3 games seems like enough, and I know we could just remove Heroes, but Heroes offers a different style that may be more refreshing, while Sonic Adventure 2 is just a minimized Sonic Adventure 1. Please don't hurt me, SA2 fans.
Oh, I absolutely will be hurting you. Never diss SA2 again. You better sleep with one eye open at night. Anyway, I actually really like this list for me personally, because I'm assuming Sega would do the Dreamcast SA1, which controls a little better and I've never played the original. Sonic Heroes would be cool because my PS2 isn't with all my other consoles, so I can't just go from playing SA2 to Heroes without having to go up 4 flights of stairs. And Unleashed? Yeah, the only charging stand that could charge the 360 controllers I have got sold by my dad, and I don't know why, but whatever. The game was too addicting. This obviously is my opinion, and it's fine if anyone disagrees, but honestly, Swan, love it. 10 out of 10, no notes. Anyway, based on the games, I'd probably call the collection something like Sonic New Age Collection, because SA1 was the first actual 3D Sonic game, Sonic Heroes introduced a few new characters and a new team-based playstyle, and Sonic Unleashed was the first 3D Sonic game with the boost formula. If you didn't know, Sonic Rush actually came out in the big 05, a whole 3 years before Unleashed, which is kind of crazy to me. I guess it could also be called something like Modern Sonic Innovations or something along those lines, but that sounds more like a YouTube title, to be honest. And that's all the ideas we have for a Sonic 3D games collection, for things like a title, games, and even the box art. But anyways, be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want, and talk about low budget flights, no food or movies. I'm gonna let Swan talk now. Take it away.
Before we get to the end of this video, I just want to shout out JackSonic for being on this video and contributing to the ideas of possible legacy Sonic games. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. Whether it be a simple collection like SA1, 2, and Heroes, or adding a boost game like Unleashed, I just hope one day we will be able to see a Sonic 3 collection similar to Mario 3 All-Stars in the coming future. And with that, this is Red Swan signing off.